I guess your thoughts overall, just like on how you guys played and kind of, you had some things tied 27-27, you had some moments.
Yeah, I mean, I really like my team. I like the character of my team. I like the talent of our team. In no ways excuses. We haven't had Arnie Sakinas played 5 days ago, first time in 6 months. Darian Baker was out for about a month and a half. Joe Valerie was out for about a month and a half until about 3, 4, 5 days ago. So it was neat to see their level of just go out there and compete, along with all the guys that have been working really hard as well, and the character of our team. I'm really proud of who we are, what our program has become. And obviously in this situation, tied 27-27, I think they went on a 10-0 run pretty quick right then. And then we cut it to, I believe, 7, 8, or 9 at one. We could have cut it to 7 or 8. Missed 2 free throws, gave up another missed assignment 3. Indiana did a great job of making the shot they needed to make. We made enough plays to put ourselves in position to take the turn to get to the next step to hopefully win the game. And unfortunately, we didn't make that second or third one that we needed to make. We didn't shoot great tonight.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. You scouted Indiana. Now you played them. What are your thoughts on them? Strengths and weaknesses. What do you see?
They're big. They're big. I really thought I was impressed how they pressured the ball tonight. That was something a little different than, in my opinion, that just in the scouting. I thought they scouted our Rayshon Taylor well, put pressure on them. They picked us up full court, sped us up a little bit. So I thought that was really impressive what they did. They did it with a level of urgency. And then when you got to that second line, they were really long. So I thought some of our guys, kind of hesitated on some of the shots to go finish at the rim, or a couple of ours like donuts into the shots. They were able to block the shots. They're a big team. They're a physical team. They have the ability, if they can shoot like that, I mean, they're knock down the big shot, I should say, and continue to spray it around from that regard. I think they're going to be a pretty darn good team.
What do you think makes McKenzie Mbako so effective?
He doesn't get sped up, I feel like. I feel like he just kind of goes about himself. I thought that on film. We watched a bunch of film from at the end of the year. Obviously, we saw some stuff from this year as well. I didn't feel like he really sped up. I thought he read the screens the right way. And at the end of the day, I think he's 13 for 17. His shot, when he was getting into his shot, he didn't speed. He just shot what his shot looked like. And he had it going a little bit. He's got great size. Did a good job pressuring us on a couple reversals. He got the and one after he just hit a 3 or something like that early in the first half. I think that was on that 10-0 run when we had tied it or right around that area. So that, you asked me that's really impressed me about him.
Gotcha. You've been on staff here. What was it like for you to come back? I mean, I know you got a team to coach, but I'm just curious, what's it like you walk back in the building?
You take up. I mean, come on. This is like, it was really neat because, and I say that so my son was born here, April 25th, in whatever hospital it was. Okay, I don't even remember. I was probably here. I was working, but so I brought him back tonight. And he'd never been back to where he was born. And we left when I had the opportunity to go to Green Bay. So I brought him back. And the amount of people that I knew I had connections with, but making the effort that they came to welcome me, from Dr. Link and Eddie and Beth is out there. I saw Rusty at Equipment and Carl. And I mean, I can go on to Brian Hall. I mean, the people that I worked with in these hallways, because I was in these hallways a lot. Without being cheesy, it felt like I had come back home. I spent 3 years here, even though coaches last year, and I respect the heck out of what we were in those times now. Like when things were a little tough at one point when we took over, and Coach was unbelievable, and he's been unbelievable to me. And the time I spent here, without getting it made me feel like home. Rusty made cookies, and I used to go over there every Friday to get the cookies in the equipment room. So it's why Indiana's special. It's why this place is. I'm always pulling for it. I really am, because they treated me so well, and it was really cool to be back. It really was. I was very proud to bring a team back that I'm proud to coach, and hopefully I represented my 2.5, 3 years of Indiana the right way, and they're, in some sense, they understand that. I took what I learned from Indiana to hopefully implement into my coaching career.
What do you feel like you kind of took from that experience that you still use today?
Hard work. We talk about find a way, and that's a mentality that every day, quite literally, got me off the couch at times. And when you're here, we had to figure out ways to do things against our opponents when we had different restrictions, whether it was probation, whether it was a lot of guys transferring, and you didn't have the ability to reload right away like you can now. Just kind of that mentality of not hearing no and saying, or hearing no and saying, okay, well, what do we got to do now? Just that mentality of just working really hard. Coach Crean instilled that into me. My dad did, my mom did, but Coach did that when I was a player at Marquette. Did it when I worked here for him, along with everyone else on that staff and those guys. It was awesome seeing Jordan. I mean, that kid was up there bouncing the ball at, honestly, 1, 2 in the morning when we were up there cutting, film and things like that. So hard work.